Give me a stuff.
Sorry.
Awesome. Whenever you guys are ready.
Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Do you mind if I ask your name?
Oh, sorry, Britt Gibson.
No worries.
No.
No
We're
worries.
just saying she's not done this much before.
No, I haven't done this before.
Yeah.
I've done a few other things, but yeah.
All right,
Go easy.
all right.
Great win, but in the circumstances, what do you make of it, Scott?
Yeah, great win. It's just tough times, I think, for the community in general. And you know, sport is a great equaliser in community, and we all enjoy sport. Some of us are lucky enough to work in sport, but I think the thoughts and prayers, you know, of everyone are towards. We hope we all get through this as well as we can, and clearly the AFL and I know the North Melbourne Football Club are doing everything in their power to do what's right for the community. So, yeah, whatever we can do, if we have to play in empty stadiums, it's what we do. If we get told that the games can't go on, they can't go on. It's just one of those things. So I suppose it's it's one of those ones where it's bigger than anything I think we probably deal with in our lifetime, hopefully. So, yeah.
How much do you sense the game changed when Nina went down early in the third quarter?
When
Nina Morrison went down.
Yeah, a lot. She's a great player, and I coached Nina in the under-18 Vic Country, and things like that in sport remind you just how lucky you are to get through healthy, and you know, things like that just seem to happen to good people, and yeah, I was a bit sad at the time as well, and clearly it had an influence on Geelong's ability to cover off in our midfield, and I felt at times in that second quarter, particularly with Britt, our pressure went up a different level, and we were able to get hold of Geelong from a pressure perspective, and that almost created the ball movement for us. So our post-clearance scrambles went up, everything just seemed to flow because the pressure brings that. So the Nina Morrison definitely had an influence because it's one of Geelong's best players, but I also felt that we were just starting to get momentum at the time.
It was starting to flow away, particularly from sort of the halfway point in that second quarter. Do you put it down to just the pressure lifting? Was it as simple as that, or what else was at play?
No, it was pretty much that. Our pressure factor went up to near record levels for us. Went to about 0.29, I think it was at one stage. So it was simply that. I kept looking at the stats during the first quarter, and we were everything was kind of equal as far as the 6 or 7 key stats that we pride ourselves on. We were behind, but they weren't disastrous. And then I felt that our decision, we're probably a bit too cute with the ball in the first quarter, and I felt that was because our pressure was down. So for me, it was simple at quarter time. It was do or die, lift the pressure or we'll lose, and the girls responded really well.
On field, Britt, do you feel that changing as that second quarter progresses? Did you feel the momentum start to shift your way?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see your players going in and laying these hard tackles, and it lifts you up off on the field as well, and think, you know, I've got to buy in and be a part of this as well, and it starts to be contagious and go through lines of our, you know, from forwards right through to our defensive structure. So absolutely, as soon as I think Mia King comes straighting off the bench and just laid a massive hit, and we all got around her because it just lifts the team for sure.
What's it like running Jasmine Garner, and you talk us through how you saw her game tonight, another special performance?
Yeah, so I only knew Jazzy when she came to North Melbourne, and man, she's a freak. So you just learn off her, and she's taken her game to the next level this year, and she's got so much more to give as well. So yeah, you just feed off her and put the ball in her direction and watch her work a magic, really.
Do you almost get the sense that you guys are unstoppable when you get the momentum up like you did in the second half tonight?
No, not necessarily. I think, you know, we can still have our moments and whatnot, but I think we're a harder team to obviously break through, and we stand tall together, and hopefully it's harder to get through because we are that big unit and defensive unit. So I don't think, you know, people can't get through, but it definitely is harder.
And Scott, just the ability, I think the Cats didn't score sort of after the 4th or 5th minute mark of the second quarter, that must be just as Britt said, add to the defensive, so, you know, must be pleased defensively.
Absolutely, yeah. We scored 51 points to 0 from that point on in the game, and we actually spoke about it at half time. I said to the girls that I felt we got momentum in the second quarter, we just didn't put it on the scoreboard enough, and we are a side that need to have the 5-6 minutes of momentum because we've got the ability to kick those 3 or 4 goals in a row, but we're able to hold that for a lot longer today, which was very pleasing. But you know, although you know, Jazzy Garner kicked 3 goals, I think she ended up with, and you know, Jenna Bruton was sensational in the midfield as well. They are really only that good because the defensive system is playing the way it should, and the defenders today I thought were the backbone of that result.
Having a quartet with Riddell and Carney of those 4 in the middle, I think I counted that 83 touches combined tonight. I think. It's pretty special to know you have 3 of them, at least in the centre at one time, and rolling through that midfield. It's pretty hard to stop.
Yeah, it is, and you throw, you know, Ellie Gavalis has done okay this season, and as I said, Jenna Bruton, I thought, despite Jazz Garner's stats, I actually think Jenna Bruton with her 21 pressure acts was probably the highlight of the game for me. They have a good balance, and they don't all. Last year, I felt we relied too much on them winning the ball to our ball movement. This year, we tried to focus so that at any one time the opposition man up on one of them, then the other 3 or 4 can get away, and then we try and rotate them also through the forward line so that we're not just a midfield set, if you like, as a team. It just gives us that versatility that when sides match up on us quite well, which will happen over the next few weeks, we've got another cue in the rack to pull out and play that.
I think we touched on it before. It was a bit of an eerie night, I suppose, with crowds were probably down on what they normally are. We're not sure how many to expect here. The news obviously came out this will be the last time there will be a crowd for the foreseeable future. What's that like mentally wise before a game as you're trying to prepare? And I'm sure at some point you're wondering if the game's even going to go ahead. How do you sort of prepare for that in the hours and days leading up to it?
We have anything that happens outside our control. If I feel it affects the players, whether it be a family, friends, something's happened or something's happened in there with a family member, we always talk about it. So we had a chat about it. But again, I felt that it actually kind of worked that I suppose what you look for as a coach, you're looking for unity within a team. And I think it actually bonds the football world together a little bit, if that makes sense. So that you're looking for resilience and to bring some joy and some happiness, I suppose, in a time that's pretty tough at the moment. The crowd that did turn up, I thought they were enthusiastic and cheered both sides on, and Geelong have great support down here. It's an amazing facility, and they'll be fine. They're a very young side, and they'll be really good in the future. So, it's just one of those times in society that the whole community's just got to stick together, and we're no different. We're part of community, and what will be over the next few weeks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.